Tonex again. I bought it because, you know, a long time ago I thought I might get a Tonex pedal. And I thought, you know, capturing's cool. Amp profiles and stuff are really cool. And so I got one, and then I got the plug-in, and I messed around with it. The software was awful. Absolutely awful. And it didn't sound like the capture. It was really weird. It kept changing things. But I guess they did a lot of improvements to it and stuff. And everybody's talking right now about that little Tonex 1, the small pedal. But I don't think it'll allow MIDI, or it doesn't allow MIDI right now, but it might soon. But it doesn't now. So I just bit the bullet, and I got the whole pedal, the big one. I don't need it. But I am trying to free up some DSP on my Helix, and I'd love to capture my old bias effects too. I know people hate that thing. I love it. So I want to try that out. I do think I need MIDI though, so I need the bigger one. But I'm hoping that later on the Tonex 1 will have USB MIDI, because I really don't have space on my pedal board, and I don't want to get a bigger pedal board. So I have to give up something, or I don't know. But I noticed that I did a capture without a cab, and I did a capture with the cab, and then I added the same cab, and it sounded different. So I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to set up span so that we're going to compare the original and the capture, and then the capture with the IR. So I'm using white noise right now. We're gonna go through this, and I'm hoping I'm using the right original. I may not be. I may have blown this, but let me see. So here's all is gonna be. Maybe I should name that something else. Amp and cab. How about that? Name that amp and cab. Okay. So this one is gonna export. Yeah, but I think I'm trying to remember how to use this. Okay, so amp and cab is going to be 1. And I might have to change some levels here. This one's going to be no cab. Cab. It's going to be 2. I should have done this in a different order. And this is going to be original. Yeah, it's bias. Sue me. I love bias. I know you guys hate it. All right, so that's going to be 3. Okay, let's change some colors here. Green, we're going to go red, and we're going to go white. So that's that. All right, so I got to send this noise to all 3 of these guys. I might change this to pink noise, but I don't think it matters so much right now. I'm going to turn that noise down. It's just annoying. Okay. That guy. So the levels probably aren't going to be right. So here's going to be the total span here. So I'm going to import amp and cab. No cab, and original. Okay. So I don't see the original. Why is that? What's going on here? Original. I get it here. Receiving from there. What's going on here? Oh. No, I screwed up. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, there's the original. All right, so I might have to do this in a different way. I think there's a delay problem for one thing. Okay, look at this. Original. No, they all look so different, man. All right, what's going on here? Interesting. Now, I remember I had to add some gain last time I tried this, but I think they've changed things. Let's do pink noise real quick and see if it gives me anything slightly different. Okay. So for the high end, original. Yeah. All right, let me make real sure that I'm not messing up the what cabinet I'm using here. Should be. Wow. Okay. Oh. All right. That's totally wrong. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. This is the one it should be. Okay. Look back at that now. Still very different. Yeah, I'm gonna hide no cab real quick. So the original and the amp and cab. I'm gonna try and adjust the level here. I think I have to cab, no cab. Here's original. Let's turn up the output a little bit. Okay, what's going on here? Down here. And oh man, here's another thing. Like I noticed that this thing was changing like knob settings as you move it. Like, you know, I I don't really care for this Tonex software. I mean, I know people complain about IK Multimedia all the time, but you know, they were the first ones to do a lot of stuff. I really like them. But yeah, the software is pretty bad. It, like, changes your values and stuff when you didn't tell it to. Okay, but okay, so this is amp and cab. This should be the right cabinet. I'm just, I wonder if I didn't mess something massively up. I think I did. There's one way to tell. Hold on. Let me just make a new project tab, and hopefully this doesn't crash anything. I'm going to copy this track, or I'm going to copy this instance of a plugin. Make sure I got the right settings and everything. Interesting. Why was that pedal off? Might have been during my capture process. And it won't this load. This should, oh no, that's without the cab. All right, well, either of these should be right. 32 by 12. Well, okay, I'm going to copy this effects instance. Close this. So I'm going to go back to original. Move this instance. I'm going to paste effect. This back in. Let's take a look at this again now. Okay. Seems like that's the same. So there's something going on the low end here. High end looks pretty close. So there's little bits. I mean, this is definitely, you're probably going to hear this. Let's let me give this guy again. Okay. Cab, no cab. Okay, so I want to turn this one up. And I guess the way you do is the volume there's no master volume control or something. Okay, so if I now look, the original. Well, I think this no cab one is a lot closer than the original, or it's a lot closer to the original than the capture with the cab. Interesting. Wow, that's bonkers. Okay, so I guess that means if you're going to capture plugins or whatever, capture without the impulse, it's still different, but it's not that different. Let me see. In fact, if I really, let's get rid of the amp and cab one. Now these aren't going to null, but this is a lot closer. This is a lot closer. Interesting. Interesting. Volume down just a little bit. That's interesting. All right. Well, now we know. Let's see. So the no cab capture and then add an IR after the capture is way closer to the original than the amp, and then an IR. IR as a capture. So that's not what I would have expected. But well, there you go. Let's let me put let's check that again. Here's the amp and cab. This should be the most accurate capture. In fact, no, it's not. But look at the mid range here. See, they're all wrong. Look at the mid range. Not that bad though. I think that's the way to go. Is the no cab capture. Interesting. All right, that's all I'll torture you guys with for now.